I have some very strong feelings on this whole 3 year mandate of being an advocate before being eligible to apply for a judge. Because I have attempted judicial service exams many years ago for a couple of years myself. And let me tell you, I was one of those people who was working as an advocate, and then whenever notifications would come out, I would take a couple of months off and then I would prepare for judiciary. And then what am I doing right now? Am I a judge dispensing justice? Not really. And I have a lot of friends who are judges in district judiciary all over the country. And who are they? Without any exception, those are all people who sat down, put their head in their books for several years straight. Maybe there were one or two exceptions who are so exceptional, they are one out of maybe the 150 or 200 judges that I know personally who were practicing and who were so good and who would have anyways ended up as one of India's top lawyers if they would have actually practiced law. And so imagine their incentive to leave this promise behind and then become a judge in the district judiciary. But anyways, the people who actually spent 1 2 3 4 years with their heads buried in their books and nowhere else, they were the ones who became judges. What do I mean? I've talked about it on multiple occasions in the past as well. A lot of people even earlier used to say, I want to get a little practice experience so that I have better practical knowledge about litigation. It does not work that way. And this is my grouse even right now. The people who are complaining, I am saying there is a different paradigm that you're not even considering. There will be a lot of people who are smart, and should I be saying that you should bypass the orders of the Honorable Supreme Court? Maybe not. But this is a reality that will definitely be happening. There will be a lot of people who will enroll themselves at the bar, who will then lock themselves in their room for the next 3 years. And the moment they're eligible, because they are advocates and they've practiced law for 3 years, because their friends or family members or colleagues have marked their attendance in matters, have kept their names in pleadings, in case in the future the bar council, a local or the BCI says that, okay, we want to see, just for example, similar to bar association elections, they say we want to see whether you've actually appeared or not. So they'll ensure that there is plenty of filings in their name, plenty of appearances in their name before the district court, before the high court, maybe before the Supreme Court. So there will be plenty of document trail to show that yes, you are an advocate for the past 3 years, and they'll be locked in their room studying every single day, and then they'll be the ones becoming judges. Would you really blame them when they, behind closed doors, while sipping some wine, are going to tell you that I actually never got any court craft experience? Because you were the one who thought I must comply with the directions of the Honorable Supreme Court to the T. And now I was the one who went to the courts, got a very good lay of the land for the past 3 years, and now I'm supposed to start preparing because I have to be a litigation lawyer, right? So now I start my preparation. So now I'm not 3, but God knows how many more years behind these people who, the moment their 3 year mark crosses, they are going to most likely become a judge very quickly. And now you, after 3 years, will start preparing, say another 1 or 2 or 3 years. And let me tell you this, this is one advice given to me by this cousin of mine who's also a judge. One of the most precious advice that I did not pay heed to. And he told me, this is the first time that I wrote the Delhi Judiciary Services exam. The first time itself, I cleared the preliminary exam. And he told me, Amish, the first time that you write the mains exam, which is the biggest foundation of your success if you want to become a judge, right? Preliminary exams, a lot of people clear, but then they're not able to clear the mains, right? And obviously, there are a few people who clear the mains, but who did not clear the interview. But if you clear the mains, you're almost there, right? It's almost guaranteed you're there if you get good marks in the mains. And this is what my cousin told me, Amish, if you clear the exam on your first attempt, that's your best possible chance of success, because the disheartening feeling, the lack of motivation you feel the moment you fail your first mains exam, it will spiral down and you will have lower confidence. And if I'm not wrong, it's been many, many years, right? The first time I cleared Delhi Judiciary prelims and then did not clear the mains was the year 2014. So almost 11 years ago. But if I'm not wrong, I got the highest marks in the first mains attempt. Second time I gave the Delhi Judiciary exam, I cleared the prelims and I think I got less marks than the first mains attempt. And then the third time I attempted Delhi Judiciary, I got less marks than the second attempt as well. And so this brother was right. And what's going to happen to you when after 3 years of being a litigation lawyer, you are competing with those who hacked the system and who went all in for those 3 years, and now you are not three, but at least 4 to 5 years behind them. And this misconception that people have that your exceptional practical skills as a litigation lawyer is going to give you some additional benefit. I am sorry. You're going to spend several weeks on some random proposition of law such as section 313 CRPC, and then something can be done here or something can be done there, or you're going to be spending weeks preparing cross examination for one random murder case 302, but they're not going to ask you about how a witness is supposed to be cross-examined in a case like this, right? In judicial services exams, but you're spending weeks and months preparing. And let me tell you this: there are a lot of people who could have been very, very good candidates to become good judges. And I've been talking to a lot of these lawyers, right, who were intending to become a judge, but now they feel disheartened. They say, first I should be a burden on my family and get paid nothing or next to nothing or peanuts for the next 3 years, and then I leave whatever foundation I've built over these 3 years and started making a little money. I should leave this now to study for the judicial services, to take the risk of possibly, perhaps, if God is kind, upon my skill, upon my perseverance, if I'm lucky, then I become a judge where I get paid. God even knows how much they're getting paid now, but which is a pittance in comparison to what they will be able to make as a litigation lawyer. So good talent lost, people being disheartened, and there will be people who hack the system. So of course, what am I talking about at the end of the day in this really long video? Perhaps it's almost 50% of a rant, because I know what's going on with all of these people. Thank God, I must say now, that I did not become a judge, because I am seeing so many people who are suffering in their position as a judge. But if you still are young and naive and harbor these dreams or ambitions or this wishful thinking because mummy and papa said, beta, some random moment, some random chai pakoda moment, they said, hum to chahte hain hamara beta, hamari beti becomes a judge, and now you take that and you lose sleep over that one nonsense garbage thought that they said while drinking that chai and their pakoda, and now that's your life's mission and you're going to ruin your life by trying to do this. It's your choice to figure out whether you want to be the one who hacked the system or played it completely straight, and then what will your odds be. Either which ways, I've never really been one of the the what is justice kind of people. I've always been a practical realist, and I say that you should follow the law. Always remember to follow the law. That's what we're supposed to do as lawyers, as advocates, and that additional responsibility that I have as an advocate on record at the Supreme Court of India. I cannot be telling you anything except follow the law. Follow the law.